YouTube recommends between 8 and 12 megabits per second, depending on your frame rate. For 4K, that number jumps up to 35 to 68 megabits per second. However, keep in mind that this is the recommended bitrate that you upload your final files at. Generally, you want to record higher than what you render at. Again, you can always compress your video more in editing and rendering, but you can't add that quality back to the video. As far as my personal recommendation goes, for 720p or lower, I recommend recording to 8 to 10 megabits or higher if you're doing any major editing. For 1080p recording, I recommend 25 to 40 megabits per second, or higher. For 1440p or higher, I definitely recommend recording at 45 megabits per second or higher. For 4K, you'll want to go 50 megabits or higher, but I definitely recommend 100 megabits per second or more if your computer can handle it. It will look amazing. All of your audio bit rates should be set to 320 kilobits per second. Having top quality audio is important, and there is no reason to record at a lower bit rate. Again, the ultimate rule with changing any settings is to perform multiple lengthy recording tests before starting a real recording session. You want to make absolutely certain that your settings are solid and reliable before committing to a full actual video session. One last factor to consider is how long you plan on recording. See, my normal recording profile for videos involves recording at a massive 200 megabits per second or more bitrate, but when I started live streaming, I couldn't use those overkill bitrates for that purpose, as my multiple hour live streams were generating files that were hundreds of gigabytes in size. Kinda hard to maintain that on a 3 times weekly schedule. So my stream recording profile is set to record 30 megabits per second. This maintains a good balance of quality to file size for my stream VODs, and is just about the maximum bitrate supported by the original Elgato Game Capture HD, so the files are still competitive enough for just cutting out quick stream highlights, and it's still way better quality than the original stream was. Hopefully this helps you make a solid decision when it comes to choosing a bitrate for your recording or stream in OBS Studio. For other videos on setting up recording or streaming profiles, we cover this more in depth in other videos in the course. If you like game streaming, come and follow me on Twitch and drop a message in chat. I'm EvilsFox, and until next time, happy streaming. Thanks for watching this episode of my OBS Studio tutorial course. More videos like this and a full master class are linked in the playlist in the video description. Click to learn more. Also, consider joining us on Patreon to help keep tech education free. Go to patreon.com/EvilsFox to sign up. Also, consider joining us on Patreon to help keep tech education free. Go to patreon.com/EvilsFox to sign up. Consider joining us on Patreon to help keep tech education free. Go to patreon.com/EvilsFox to sign up.